D&D just came out with 7 new villainous subclasses. They're super interesting, but there's a lot there. So I sat down with a couple of my friends who are D&D veterans, and we broke down each one piece by piece so that you can decide if one of them sounds interesting and might be fun to play. Check it out. Primordial Patron Warlock. Your pact draws on the inner planes, the realm of the elemental forces and the building blocks of the multiverse. Warlocks of this pact act as heralds of the ancient and destructive scions of air, earth, fire, and water, such as the elemental evils. These warlocks prepare the way for their patrons' eventual arrival on the material plane by creating elemental nodes, areas suffused with energy from the elemental planes. When you choose the subclass, choose an element from the Primordial Patrons table, which suggests potential patrons and determines the damage type for certain subclass features. So you can either do air, which does thunder damage, earth, which does acid damage, fire, which does fire damage, or water, which does cold damage.
So it's much like the Genie Warlock. The Genie Warlock depends on which genie it correlates to an elemental damage.
Interestingly, you can change your chosen element whenever you gain a level. That's cool.
Interesting.
So at level 3, Elemental Node. As a magic action, you can create a 5-foot radius sphere of elemental magic centered on a point you can see within 60 feet of yourself. The magic of this elemental node resembles your chosen element. On later turns, you can take a bonus action to move the node up to 30 feet. Okay. When the node appears, each creature other than you in the node makes a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC, taking a 1d6 damage of your chosen element type, or half as much on a successful save. A creature also makes the save when the node moves into their space. A creature makes the save only once per turn. I feel like there's other things that do that where you can, I can't remember what they're called right now, but there's other spells where you can move them around. And if you're within a certain radius of it,
this is a free spell, though. Doesn't take a spell slot. That's what's so powerful about this one.
Yeah. What is a magic action? That's a new term.
It's just an action.
So magic action is casting a spell, casting a cantrip, or interacting with a magic item.
But it just takes your action slot as opposed to your bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it does not take a spell slot, so you pretty much get this spell for free, which is strong, especially
so
since
it's a 5-foot radius. So it's just filling. Wait, 5-foot radius would mean it's filling 4 squares.
It's 1 square. No, it's 1 square.
5-foot radius would be.
Oh, right, because
it's
that diameter. Yeah. So yeah, it is 4 squares. That's actually pretty sizable.
So you fill 4 squares. Anything in that 4 square radius, which isn't that big, it's 4 squares, can take 1d6 damage per turn. The node lasts for 1 minute.
And it's a bonus action to move it thereafter, which means you can still cast spells and then move this, so you can deal essentially double damage.
And then it does more damage at higher levels. So that feels like it's similar to magic weapon or whatever. I can't think of what it's called right now, but you can summon an extra weapon and it's just kind of around and it's helping you.
Spirit weapon.
Spirit weapon. Also at level 3, elemental spells. The magic of your patron ensures you always have certain spells ready. When you reach a warlock level specified in the elemental tables, you thereafter always have the listed primordial spells prepared. So you get, that makes sense. Depending on which one you choose, you get certain specific spells.
A pretty big spell book to use.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. At level 6, you get Elemental Haven. Your elemental node shields you from harm. You gain the following benefits. Elemental protection. While you're within your node, you have to be within it. You have a bonus to your AC equal to your charisma modifier.
Dang. You had mage armor on that? That's insane.
Yeah, that can make you pretty strong.
You could have over a 20 AC.
And then also Elemental Teleport. As a bonus action, you can teleport into your node or the nearest unoccupied space within 5 feet of it. So I could be really far away and teleport into my node and get that protection. You can use this benefit a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, and you regain all expended uses once you finish a long rest.
Dang, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Like, very hard to pin down or attack.
Like, yeah, it's kind of like I can put a thing over
node.
there, be fighting, and then as soon as someone gets near me, teleport over there, and it might be
AC is boosted by arguably 5.
See, I mean, that's the thing is the elemental protection is when you're on your node. Your node is a 5-foot radius, which is a 1 space. So you only
5-foot radius is 4
that.
spaces.
Yeah, 5-foot radius is 4 spaces. So you have a good chunk to work with.
Oh yeah, diameter radius.
Because diameter would be 10. Yeah.
But so like if you wanted that big AC boost, you're extremely limiting your.
No, but the teleport part is what's interesting.
For escape purpose, yeah. It's like you not only teleport away, but then when you teleport to where you're going, you get a plus, arguably 5 AC. So I mean, like, it's pretty powerful defensive.
I'm thinking it's actually
a free shield,
less defensive and more divey, because what I'm imagining is you're using it to do damage. You want that thing to be on enemies because it's doing damage to anyone that's inside of it every turn. And so it's doing damage, and then at any given moment, I can then teleport in and do close range combat and get the additional defensive bonus.
Another Shadow Blade situation. Bro, this is the Shadow Blade situation. You run your Warlock, and again, you have Mage Armor that you just have on, so that's at least a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, yeah, at least a 16, arguably, if you averaged it. Then you get up to a 21 because you have a plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're in your node, you pull out your Shadow Blade and start hacking people. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, you can teleport in. It's like if you've played Overwatch, it's like Reaper. You like put the thing over there, you teleport into it, and you just start shooting people up. That's pretty cool. Then at level 10, Primeval Protection, you gain the following benefits. Elemental Fortitude, you have a resistance to your chosen element's damage type. Additionally, while you're within your elemental node, you have immunity to that damage type.
Oh, cow. Nice.
So, I mean, it's very dependent on if what you're fighting.
It's all wrapped around that node, yeah.
Oh, it's now a 10-foot radius sphere. 10 That's big.
Dang. That's big.
Then level 14, Elemental Harbinger. Your elemental node can usher in the mightiest of elementals, granting you the following benefits. Elemental Vortex. Whenever you expend a packed magic spell slot while you're within your elemental node, you can attempt to pull a creature into the node. One creature you choose within 30 feet of the node must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 15 feet toward the node center. That's cool. Jeez. Node improvement. It now lasts for an hour. And Primordial Herald. Dang. While you're within your node's area, you can cast the Planar Ally spell without expending a spell slot. When you cast the spell in this way, you speak the name of your patron. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish 2d4 long rests.
I mean, that makes sense because that's extremely powerful.
2d4 long rests is a long time.
What is Planar
Ally though?
So once every few days, you can summon your deity, essentially?
Pretty much your deity. You're summoning your deity.
No.
That's Planar Ally, isn't it?
Let's look at that.
Looking at it right now. Planar Ally.
Planar Ally, you beseech an otherworldly entity for aid. The being must be known to you, a god, a demon prince, or some other being. The entity sends a celestial or elemental or fiend loyal to you.
It says when the creature appears, it is in no compulsion to behave in a particular way. You can ask it to perform services for payment, but it is not obliged to do so. The request. So, like, when you summon this thing, like, it is really up on. It's on the DM
ally
here.
Yeah, it's an ally, so it depends on your relationship with your deity, right? Or the thing that it sends.
So this is very dependent on your DM and your story and your character of, like, you picked this deity or this patron. Have you ever talked to this patron in the entire campaign? So it's like an opportunity for, like, a side quest.
Yeah.
Right? Like, all right, you used this ability, so now, you know, your
Right.
deity is expecting you to do something, and if you don't, well, then maybe next time the elemental turns on you when you try this.
I think as a DM, this is a really fun opportunity because you can use this spell multiple times
It's a
throughout
huge
the
role-playing
campaign, right?
mechanic.
So you can have the same character keep getting sent to you, and you can have the character start building a relationship with this NPC that keeps getting sent, and either strain the relationship where every time they're like, dude, last time you almost got me killed, you better pay up this time. Or maybe you've built good rapport and now they trust you more, and so they're more willing to help you for less money. So much fun stuff that you could do to make this a really fun character that gets brought in once in a while that people really look forward to getting to summon. But
Yeah.
then
And then there's
that's your
the
big
Eldritch
thing at level 14.
Invocations. Because this subclass has its own Eldritch Invocations, apparently.
Yes. Elemental Overflow, choose a damage type. Elemental Transmutation, choose a damage type. Once per turn, whenever you deal damage of any of the above types, you can deal the chosen damage type instead.
The Elemental Overflow is great because we've already established that this is a melee warlock, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you choose a damage type, and whenever
They take it
so you activate
1d4
this,
damage like thorns, basically.
Yeah, you cause elemental energy to wrap around you until your next turn. For the duration, whenever a creature within 5 feet hits you with a melee attack, that creature takes damage of
Yeah,
the
you get
chosen
thorns.
type. So, I mean, if you're already going into this melee warlock type
Right.
thing, then yeah. Honestly, the Elemental Harbinger being able to summon planar ally, like, yeah, sure, that's awesome and all, but this might be worth multi-classing into like a paladin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely see
now-
this being one that you might want to multi-class with.
And now, whenever they hit you, they're taking bonus damage because you only have to go level 5 warlock to get this.
Right. Yeah, the
And
planar ally
that's
to
fair.
me seems like a little bit of an underwhelming. The elemental vortex actually seems more practically useful for the level 14
Yes.
stuff. Otherwise,
because
level
going
14
up
isn't that huge
to-
of a deal.
Because
I mean,
at
level
that
10,
point, your
getting
node...
immunity.
Yeah.
Well, because at that point, your node is now a 10-foot radius. 10-foot radius means 20-foot diameter.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot circle, and you have to target something that's within 30 feet, and you're pulling it 15 feet. You're guaranteed you're pulling it into your node.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's cool. That's strong. Is it worth the extra 4 levels beyond primeval
No.
protection?
Mm.
I would be pretty tempted to multi-class after level 10. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's fun.
I want to play the Primordial Patron Warlock because it sounds complex enough that you can do so much with it.
So there you go. That's the Primordial Patron Warlock. Kind of this Avatar The Last Airbender style character. You can control different elements. Doesn't seem like it rewards you as much as maybe you might like post level 10. So it does lend itself really well to some really fun multi-classing options, but it's got a lot of complexity, some really interesting nuances to it, and definitely one that I think we're going to be testing out in an upcoming one-shot. If you check it out, let us know how it goes.